Hello. Hello. Got some new subscribers joining, so I'm going to wait and see who all might join us today. We're going to do a healing reading now because there's lots of souls out there that need healing. So it's kind of spotting rain and stuff here, so I didn't get out fast enough to go enjoy a walk. I was trying to catch up with all of this stuff going on. Comments in other channels, beautiful new souls subscribing, and I couldn't be more ecstatic to have everybody healing together. It's so beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is the messages of life are flipping out of here. And I've had some pre-shuffles come out with the guardian angels and the Queen of the Moon Oracle I want to do, and some earth warriors. And these are intense healing meditations. So this isn't like your average. If you're new here, welcome. And I thank you so much for coming. And we focus mostly on healing, not wondering. We work with all kinds of energy, and we're not focused on the future and the things that are totally out of our control. We focus on like the power and healing right here and right now, staying in this present moment. We really work on meditation. So this came out the other day that we are supposed to be dancing. Look how free she is. We're supposed to be enjoying and loving life. And look at all the beautiful lights surrounding her. She's just out in the field enjoying life. There's even lights all down in the flowers down there. So today we find joy in our heart. We lighten our life by releasing what we no longer need. Any pain, any fear, any suffering, we can now heal. We align ourselves with who we are and gently acknowledge who we are not. So we learn to navigate the dark side. We are grateful for what we possess, and we are at peace with what we do not. We appreciate and accept life as it is. We live according to the will of God. In this way, the spirit, the divine, whatever you want to call it. In this way, we dance with life and see the magic of love bloom. It all starts right there in your heart. Favorite song is Tesla's love song. Love is all around you. So it's forgiveness. You start by forgiveness of self. Absolutely. You start self-love and self-care. She's really just detached. She's sitting on the dock of the bay and just searching within, embracing her power of now. So forgiveness. Today, we bless each soul we perceive to have hurt us. We release them to their own greater good. We can now see that our past provides us with lessons that help us live more fully in the present. We no longer struggle with what has been said or done. We are grateful for every experience that has brought us here. We fill ourselves with a love that is pure and free. You can notice again all the beautiful lights surrounding, because we've got those beautiful angels guiding us, our spirit guides, every single step of the way. Because everything changes and everything does change. That's a beautiful song by Stained. When you're navigating through the dark, you can always see the light at the end of the tunnel, as long as you fix your eyes on it. So a soft light radiates from our heart. It illuminates those around us and transforms every situation we encounter. We maintain a positive attitude in spite of any difficulties we may perceive, especially what's going on in this day and age. Good afternoon. So no matter the circumstances, we remain a source of true joy. Everything changes when it is bathed in the light of the divine. Absolutely, it does. And then we realize we are free. Look how free she is. Up and look, there's two doves. There's two beautiful doves and the little lights shining all around. There's even the elegant swans over here. Matter of fact, I turned on this light the other day. Ooh, look, God said, let there be light, and there was light. Is that much better? Absolutely it is, isn't it? Heck yeah, it is. I got that little light hooked up the other day. I put it right on the floor so I wouldn't forget. Great. Hallelujah. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. That's much better, is it not? Oh, hallelujah. And that sun is just coming right on through, the light shining straight through the trees, because we're free. We're lifting the veil. Here it is. Today we find the veil of our ego has lifted, and a vision of our new life has appeared. Now we are focused on our inner growth. We listen only to the voice of our heart and remain steadfast in the energy of love that we find there. We are now free of duality, fear, and judgment, and move forward to our path of inner peace. That's everything resonating all together, everything synchronizing in every single thing we read, no matter what it is, every single day. This is all for collective healing. It's so beautiful. It gets me so excited because we are crossing into the light. Absolutely. Crossing the bridge to the other side. That person's been hiking. They've got their little hiking staff and their backpack on, and they're going on to bigger and better things. Absolutely. So today we face a new bridge that we must cross on our journey to inner transformation. Today, like every day, we will practice the laws of universal love. Thus, we will deal with the current situation in a positive way so that we continue to grow and evolve. As we cross the bridge on our way toward the light, we are reminded of the true meaning of life. Yes, absolutely, between two worlds. We are attention in the other realms, the spiritual realms, beautiful side, being ever so beautifully, divinely guided all the way. So those were the messages of life that I was shuffling right when we first started. I'm going to, let's do our 4 agreements right at the very end. Don't let me forget. I stuck them right up there. But these are the guardian angels that came out just now while I was pre-shuffling. And my dad must not have seen my singing bowl yet because I was outside playing with it before I came in to do the video. And he came out and was looking around like, what is that noise? I can't burn incense in the house, so I'll have to clear negative energy otherwise. Meditate. It's beautiful. I just got it. I love it. So this flipped out first. Positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. You have to focus. And even when you start thinking negative things or somebody comes in and tries to feed you some toxic negativity that's no longer serving your highest good, you have the power to retrain your brain. So whether in many cases, it's our family. It's our family because they don't know what they're doing. They really don't. They're just repeating what they've been taught to. So, prayer. Hello. Oh. All right. That's fine. We love you. We love you. We got our angels right here with us. And I send you love and light in hopes that you feel better today, Lily Star. Beautiful little angels. All of us. I'm very proud of you, and I'm so happy you're here. Hugs to you. I send you abundant love and light. It's an icky day out in the clouds, but I noticed I got some new subscribers by commenting on the Psychic Sounds Bee or whoever it was last night. So I made some comments, and I got 3 or 4 new subscribers today, and I couldn't be more excited people that really want healing. So welcome, welcome. We love them. We're so glad to have everybody here. So the prayer card came out. As a matter of fact, 2 prayer cards in a row flipped out separately. So this must be important from the angels. Dear guardian angel, help us to be flexible in our attitudes and beliefs, even when we have dark days, huh? Help us not to fear the transient nature of life. Help us to remember, slow down and focus, Heather, the eternal light which emanates from our soul, and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help us to remember that we are eternally guided and loved by the divine and all creation. Yes, yes, we are. Great. Those are nice, positive, hopeful little messages. So the second prayer card is help us to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment. This is dear, dear spirit. Help us to remember that this life is but a dream. And we learned all about that in the 4 agreements. And help us to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. And help us to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. We thank you, O divine spirit, creator, Father, Mother, God. Father, Mother, God, Goddess. Be aware of your language. This is our affirmation. We have to speak it better. We're not feeling good today, but we're praying for better things, right? Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings. I am is a pretty powerful one too. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. Yes, we are. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. I'm so, so glad we could all be here together. I'm glad we're going to be able to lift you up and make you feel better inside, at least, Lily, until we can figure everything out, huh, love? Everybody has their rough days. Some days are better than others. So, thank you, guardian angels and messages of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to do some Earth Warriors today too, Lily Star. All of us. I don't know what to call you. I'm going to call you hot chicks, all right? How about that? Keep it short. Hot chicks. There we are. Is that all right with you? Keep it short and sweet. Beautiful little light beings. So, I've got the healing cards out too. The Whispers of Healing, great healing cards. That'll help so many. I hope Dawn can come join us soon. I was trying to catch up with text messages, and now I've got comments, because if I go make a comment and it's something that really resonates with somebody, which I did, because that Taurus video, really, that Pluto video about Taurus, and then if you were in this degree, I was like, oh wow, my 3 very powerful Sun, Venus, and asteroid Chiron are in Taurus. So, in tropical. Actually, I think Chiron. Oh, it might be in Aries in Vedic. So, either way, I'm right in the Aries Taurus. Actually, ooh, what divine messages do we have? Stand in the light. Oh, hello, Mike. Here we are. Beautiful. Lolo standing in the light. Standing in the light. So you have been a guy all this time, Mike? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I just automatically saw your name and thought you were a female. So my apologies. We got warriors of light all gathering around. And we thank you for being here. Gods and goddesses, beautiful creators. Let's see what else comes out of our warriors, earth warriors. Standing in the light warriors. Well, my apologies for that. I just made the assumption by the name that you were a girl. My bad. So there was Lolo's number 16, which adds up to a 7. Then we've got the way of the divine feminine revealed. And since we all have divine masculine, okay, great. I don't feel so bad, but I do apologize. So thank you for forgiving me. And it's Ayana Vision, the way of the divine feminine revealed. So we've got standing in the light, the divine feminine. And my new video I just watched was about Venus as the divine feminine. And we all have femininity and masculinity in us. I have more masculine in my chart, which is probably where a lot of the fire and I've got moxie, I've heard. I have a little firecracker. And when I'm tested, when I'm pushed, don't mess with the bull, you won't get the horns, right? So great. Let's get one more. What other Earth Warrior healing card can we have? This is probably going to be a long reading. So Lily's just listening anyway, so we're going to get her a good healing reading. And Mama Quilla, probably Quuill, is the mandala of the moon. Well, how great, because we are making a moon reading too. And actually, today is the International Observe the Moon Day, I heard. I even heard that. Sorry, I had to close the door. Heard that on Earth Sky News. So, how divine that we would get the mandala of the moon for Mama Quilla. Absolutely. These are beautiful. We got this is like a lighthouse too, it looks like. Or maybe it's the sun and the moon. I don't know. There's 2 divine lights there. That's got to be the moon too, because there's our crescent new moon, our waxing crescent. And then that's after the full moon. It's beautiful full moon in the background. We're at our first quarter moon right now. So that's beautiful. We're standing in the light. Metamorphosis, beautiful butterflies. So let's see what we have here. In Lolo, you are unique. You are a divine and beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desire in others who want to possess your light. Yes, it does. And beauty as their own. You need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not hide your inner light and beauty. Oh, goodness. You are meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for the Great Spirit. How divine and beautiful is that? Don't avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself or dull your light to appease another or your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others. And the only way that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Absolutely be yourself. Instead, step it up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature, but you are strong. Yes, we are. If you've become obsessed with the beauty or power of another. It's time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it, explore it, and express it, and let it shine. We are meant to shine before others, right? Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. And when your light is shining so bright, there are going to be people who try to dim it. Yeah, absolutely, they will. You are the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. In Malagasy, the language of Madagascar, Lolo means butterfly, moth, and soul. The sunset moth of Madagascar is big, beautiful, and bright. Whilst most moths are nocturnal creatures that are active at night, the sunset moth of Madagascar is a creature of the day. That really looks just like all the faces of the moon going around. But I don't know, one could be the sun. We do have more than one moon going on around these days. And suns, and who knows. So here we are. The sunset moth of Madagascar is a creature of the day. The iridescent wings create a kaleidoscopic effect as they refract the light. They are considered by some to be the most beautiful insect on earth. Yet in subdued light, their wings can appear far less remarkable. Without light, their true beauty cannot be recognized. You, like this unique creature, are a being that needs light. Light to nourish your life force, life, and light to reveal your true and remarkable divine beauty. You are meant to shine your divinity in the world in the daylight, not keep it hidden under the cloak of night for fear of how others may react. Be uniquely you. The bright colors and shape of the sunset moth's wings and their presence in the full light of day leads many to mistake these unique moths for butterflies. You too will find that people do not always realize who and what you are. They may mistakenly assume that your joy and beauty indicate that life has always been easy for you. They may fail to recognize the true depth of your soul and the experiences of darkness and struggle that you have overcome to become the vibrant, beautiful being that you can now be seen to be. Beautiful. During the daylight hours, the sunset moth can be seen flitting from one flower to another, feeding on nectar. They discern light waves and indicate a strong preference for white flowers, although not for specific plants. You are one of the rarest souls who can find the truth of light, and love in any number of spiritual or religious paths, in any number of situations. You are able to recognize and be nourished by purity in many forms, be it a random act of kindness from a stranger, the unconditional love of an animal, a genuine blessing from a spiritual master, or a moment of simple beauty in nature. You can sense the true presence of love through an evolved inner spiritual discernment. Hallelujah. The Madagascar sunset moths are very particular in their eating habits. They are attracted to the nectar of plants that other creatures tend to avoid because they cannot metabolize their toxins. For the sunset moth, however, what they are drawn to consume is not harmful to them. That reminds me of Mark 16. Instead, these moths become poisonous to predators by simply following their natural instincts to nurture themselves to what suits them, even though it would not necessarily suit any other creature in the same way. What nurtures and nourishes you, what feels good for you, your heart, body, and soul, is also what protects you. You don't actually need to do anything else. For effective protection, then place yourself in the divine beauty of what you love absolutely and completely. So do the things you love. Be yourself doing it. Feel good about the things you do. The healing process is, if you are concerned about negative attitudes or attacking behaviors from others for any reason, you can use this healing process to clear the fear and reinforce your divine sanctuary. Close your eyes and relax. Focus on the flow of your breath in and out. And in yoga, they focus on belly breathing, but I totally just went in my lungs. Imagine that you can drape yourself in a cloak of divine beauty, light, and glory. This cloak is as light as a feather, shining with endless iridescent shades of color that reveal the exquisite beauty of the divine. This cloak flows lightly around you, offering you a sense of having wings or having a body that is beyond your physical body, and yet interpenetrates it too. That body of light and color can breathe as though it is lightly aerated all over. It can release anything that is not of love and shines forth a continuous stream of beautiful divine light in all directions. This light body can move freely, growing as large as you wish, taking any shape, any size, and any form that feels beautiful to your heart. Allow whatever your experience is to be. And when you're ready, say aloud, we are cloaked in divine glory, light, grace, and beauty. We are a child of the divine, and we are protected in the sanctuary of absolute divine love, now and always. So be it. Dance, meditate, rest, or pray with your cloak of love and light around you now. If you wish, keep it on for as long as you choose. You've completed your healing process. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? Beautiful reading, too. Now we've got 11 is Ayana Vision, the way of the divine feminine revealed. She kind of looks like her eyes are very tired, though. She looks like she's kind of tired, but she too has a beautiful butterfly and a pyramid right in her third eye and some light shining out of it. She looks peaceful, but her eyes either look tired or like she's been crying. The divine feminine yearns to reveal her way and her wisdom to you, that you may live passionately and purposefully. As you trust her inner guiding voice, you recognize the authentic desires and visions that move you from within, that are the seeds of your sacred mission. You shall experience the clarity and soul deep relief that only truth can bring. You shall experience a knowing of purpose that awakens your ability to live deliberately and experience deep fulfillment. In a reading, Ayana Vision is the blossoming awareness of your life purpose and true inner passion. And with these outer planets in retrograde, with inner work that it's doing, you are being lovingly pushed to admit to your authentic and most passionate soul yearnings, becoming bold with honesty. What means so much to you that you are willing to give up all that you have held out of fear so that it may be? What matters enough to you that you would symbolically die and be reborn with all the endings and uncertainty such growth entails? So that your dream can become real. Don't turn away from your yearning out of fear, practicality, or any other excuse to replace faith with doubt. Your truth acknowledged will bring you peace, Even if admitting it also means facing the personal transformation required to bring that truth to life in your world. When it is truth, it is healing. Embrace it. I actually even came to the conclusion earlier that I think they said whoever twisted the Bible and said not to follow astrology back in the Old Testament, like it's either in Leviticus, I think it's in Leviticus or Exodus. It's in there more than once. They probably did it so we wouldn't know all this energy information. They didn't want us to know. They wanted this stuff to stay hidden. They didn't want us to have this power. Goodness gracious. So the spiritual guidance, you are due for a revelation, an awakening into deeper recognition and understanding of your true spiritual passion and sacred life purpose. And all that is entailed in manifesting it is in loving creation with the universe. The situations, behaviors, and relationships that were appropriate and acceptable at early stages of your life journey will not necessarily continue to be so as your spiritual path progresses. Notice the effect of people, places, and situations on your state of mind. Such effects could be uplifting and helpful. However, even if intentions are good, the effect may be diminishing, comprising your ability to hold connection to the light. You will know when that is happening because your inspiration, your idealism, and your hope, all of which give you vital energy to work towards fulfillment of your most cherished dreams, slowly become tainted by lower frequency beliefs. Instead of trusting, you become fearful and impatient. Instead of being true to your original vision, you believe that you must change yourself to suit the world. Instead of feeling happiness and confidence in your ability to complete your tasks, you feel overwhelmed, inadequate, and insecure. From a place of wisdom rather than fearfulness, take care of what sort of energy you allow to have direct and unfettered access to your inner being. Such a position of potential influence over your state of mind is best reserved for the Divine Mother. Excuse me. I just had my juice at 3, so that's what it is. And that one is very powerful, tasting like grass. It was the mushrooms and the superfood. So I gotta find something else to put some more better flavor. I put a banana in there, but it just didn't overpower it. And it does not taste like chocolate peanut butter. You will know when a message or impression is coming from a pure place of what happens in your being in response to it. You will feel happy, at peace, willing, and capable, even in the face of challenge. You will have a sense that all things are working as they're meant to. And although you'll be more relaxed, you will also be more focused, productive, and inspired. Genuine divine guidance does not create anxiety, nor does it paint something to be well when it is in need of repair. You keep it real. Yet, no matter the content of the messages, you will feel relief in the face of such loving and helpful truth. If someone or something has stolen away your peace of mind and certainty of heart, use the healing process below and your own intention to claim it back. So we're still setting intentions, like you can still be setting intentions all the way to the full moon, because then at the full moon is the time of releasing, letting things go. There is a vision unfolding within your being, an urging of the sacred feminine, something which deep within your bones you recognize as being truth. It may still be blossoming into fullness, but if you tune into yourself, you can feel the essence of its beauty and grace. It is not wishful thinking or fantasy. Do not give up on your beautiful visions. So the healing process. Pay attention to the image of the oracle card. Seeing the peaceful love in the eyes of the goddess as she gazes gently into the depths of you. Her gaze can evoke certain feelings in you of being deeply loved and nurtured, and of being sent at an honest and deep level with absolute acceptance. Whisper kind and loving words to yourself, as if the image were speaking to you. You may like to repeat the words below several times over to yourself in a soothing voice. You can also create your own words of love if you wish. I love you. I'm here for you. All is well. I trust you unconditionally. My faith in you never wavers. I will always care for you. I am always by your side and in your heart. Together, we shall ensure your divine fulfillment for the greatest good of all life. That's what the divine feminine just said to all of us. Isn't that beautiful? Then say this prayer aloud. We invite the unconditional love of the Sacred Mother to heal our mind, body, and soul. We open it to your true guidance, to the vision of beauty that you hold for us this lifetime, and all the resources that you give so generously, that we may fulfill our being and our destiny. May your truth calm our mind and bring divine knowledge to our heart. We trust in the truth of what your perfect will holds in store for us. We need no fear. We embrace your loving presence within our heart. So be it. Hallelujah. In the power of Christ. Amen. That's a beautiful one. So assume a relaxing, comfortable position, perhaps taking a seated posture or lying down, wrapped up in a blanket or shawl, or hugging yourself, or nestling next to your pet, or use your teddy bear, or whatever it is you want, or even stretching out delightedly on your back like a starfish. Rest for as long as feels right for you. You've completed your healing process. So just take it. We'll take a few deep breaths. See, when my Lakota sister taught me hello, amen, is right. When my Lakota sister was teaching me breathing techniques in a hello, in Cali, she was actually breathing so deeply that her eyes would flutter and nearly roll back in her head. Thank you so much for the like. So the mandala of the moon here is Mama Quila. Mama Quila. Absolutely beautiful, divine mother. She's got like art on her. Not sure what that is, if it's a jaguar or something. I'm sure it will tell us. I'm sure it will. But you've got all the beautiful faces of the moon there. And I'm not sure if this is going to be an owl. It kind of looks like a hummingbird in the colors I've seen. But there's no head there, so it's kind of hard to tell. And there's feathers and a beautiful mandala right above her head. So the mandala of the moon. The lunar mother. It is mandala of the moon. Bringing my mandala of the moon to manifest through the law of magnetic attraction. My mandala is the sacred portal through which your dreams, intentions, and visions shall pass into the wholeness of being, from the realm of inspiration into the world of form on earth. There is no need for doubt or concern, for even the appearance of delay signifies that the divine feminine mystery is at work, with timing unfolding according to a higher loving wisdom. Trust that what is falling away is meant to be. whilst you have faith in new divine works being born. This oracle is a sign that creative works will reach fulfillment. Relax with trust and positive expectations that all your needs will be met. This makes it easier for abundance to flow and all earthly and spiritual matters to fall into place according to a great and loving higher intelligence. Things are changing. Yes, they are. Even if you cannot see the physical evidence of this as yet, trust that your actions are leading you to a better way of life. Rely on the universe, and you shall see how all things come together according to a timing and higher order that suits you in ways even better than you could have imagined by yourself. When we are very focused on something that we want to have happen, we can become impatient and try to control the process. We may logically assume which steps should come next. And if that fails to fall into place as we expected it would, we make further incorrect assumptions, such as believing that if our plan has not worked out according to our current expectations, then that somehow must mean that it won't work out at all. Excuse me. The lunar mother is telling you that you're telling your soul that she knows of your intent. Mother Moon. She is saying that you are permitted by the divine to create what it is you want to bring to life upon the earth. But there are cycles of creation that must be honored. She reminds you to trust in the sacred feminine wisdom expressed in the idea that it is darkest before the dawn. This wisdom is symbolically enacted in the natural world, whereby an ending and the uncertainty that can accompany it, the night, the dark, must fall before the new cycle of creation, the day, can begin. On a practical level, this guidance asks us to keep the faith, acting when we can act, and resting when we can rest. And sometimes when we do too much acting, too much action, too much activity, we're made to rest. I've had too much energy and hurt myself many times like this, and then had to have a timeout or rest to recoup and regenerate. Sometimes it's where we really can touch inside and we can heal ourselves is when we have that period of rest. And sometimes we're even made to rest. Hello, welcome, and thank you for coming to heal with us. All right, here we are. On a practical level, this guidance asks us to keep the faith. Acting, we already did that one. It guides us not to lose heart, even during times where not much seems to be happening. New Age circles often espouse the wisdom of following the path of least resistance, based on the Tao philosophy of ancient China, and that's Tao. I think it said Tao, Tao. This wise teaching is often misinterpreted to mean that if things get difficult, one is on the wrong path. That would be a most helpful creed to live by, as it would cause you, most unhelpful creed to live by, as it would cause you to turn away whenever things become challenging, rather than staying true to your path, no matter what may come. A more useful interpretation of that wisdom is not to not resist the natural cycle of creation. This means accepting the symbolic night during which we cannot act, we cannot see. We have to rest and be patient, having faith that the day will dawn at the right time. So we do not insist that things manifest immediately according to our own personal opinion about how, why, and when, and where. Instead, we believe that the universe honors our right to create and is working with us intelligently to bring to life the yearnings of our hearts. The divine has a destiny intended for you. When you surrender, you're led into it. Your spiritual destiny has been crafted for you alone by the source that created you, who knows you with extraordinary and unconditionally loving intimacy and wishes for your complete fulfillment with a passion that is both tender and fierce. We do all that we can do, and yet we know that we don't have to attempt to direct the divine in its mysterious workings of love. Let the Divine Mother evoke peace and reassurance for your mind and heart as you realize that her divine promise is here for you now. Hallelujah. All things come in time, and for all things, including your dreams, there is a season. Ecclesiastes 3. I do believe it's in 3. There's a time for everything and everything in its time. So the healing process, I'll probably pick this back up for a second. We honor the creative magnetism and loving power of attraction within us that calls into our life all good things for all good purpose. What is not meant for us, we release with trust, and what is intended for us, we embrace with joy. We have been given the free will to create whatever we choose, with the understanding that spiritual responsibility for all our creations rests with us. We ask the unconditionally loving and merciful Divine Mother to guide us from the heart with all our creations bring her pleasure and fulfill our soul. Because when we're filling our spirit, it's the spirit. With gratitude, we thank you. So be it. Hallelujah. In the power of Christ. Amen. Now, see, none of those have spoken of it yet, none of these cards, but they do talk about the power of Christ consciousness in this Earth Warriors. That's why I loved it so much when I first got it back in February after the fire. You can now express any heartfelt desires to the Divine Mother. Speak to her as a loving guide, mother, and friend, telling her of what it is that your soul yearns for and knows that she hears you with love. What you are speaking is becoming a prayer, communion. So don't be hesitant. Give yourself permission to be authentic and free with your expression. Gaze softly at the mandala depicted at the center of the oracle card image. Gently note the circular outer form and the ornate square configuration in the center. Relax. You're gaining healing from the Divine Mother as you do this. Let your gaze dwell upon the moon, in her cycles, and the sacred feminine figure in serene and joyful acceptance. Rest. You've completed your healing process. I love these cards. I love them. I love them. I love them. I absolutely do. So we thank you, Earth Warriors. Healing Oracle. Almost knocked my water over. Let me go right on ahead and move that. Because I don't want to do that. All right. Let me stick these over here in the box at least. Shuffle them up when I'm done. And get those out of the way because I've got the Whispers of Healing out here and the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Queen of the Moon. That one is just, hello, welcome. We love you. Everybody's just, I had 3 new subscribers today. We lost one and went down to 87, and then now we're back up to 91. So really that's 4, I do believe. So I really would have messed up. I put the wrong cards back from the Wisdom of Oracle. No, it's Wisdom from the Hidden Realms. I put the Queen of the Moon cards in that box. I was like, these are not the right cards. It's because I had too many out the last time I used them. But we have really good really good healing readings. Focus way more on healing than reading the future. It's not that I can't predict it. I know what's happening, and I've even got a pretty good timeline for it, but my focus is on healing. There are so many people suffering, and it's heart-wrenching. So, Queen of the Moon, beautiful spirit guide. What messages? Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you're not even going to believe I just flipped right out of there. Right on top. It's sovereignty. How many came out? 2. Sovereignty and release. Standing firm in our sovereignty. And acceptance. That one comes out a lot. Absolutely it does. Let's do some more. I want to get more than 3. Ooh-wee. Oh my gosh. The moon is powerful today. The masculine came out too. So the divine feminines came out in the last. And the masculine came out here. Let's get one more. And the will. Beautiful. Very powerful cards there. Oh. And that one flipped right over in the deck. And it is the hot moon for extremes. Stick those right over here. So we have, I'll show them to you real quick and then I'll hold them up again as we do them. The Queen of the Moon for sovereignty came out right on top. Flipped right out on the table. And she looks like she is standing in her power. Her third eye is a little crescent moon. The new crescent moon right after the new moon. It's the waxing gibbous. Beautiful. And she's literally holding her power. And it looks like the pink Floyd dark side of the moon pyramid back there. Then there's like the egg shape, the mother, the womb type, so to speak. And there's the moon in the back too. So we got 2 moons. And the waning crescent, release. That's your very, very end, right before your dark moon is when you're releasing after the full. All that waning period. And she's got the butterflies coming straight out of her chest again. We had that one come out before too. And acceptance. Reach out and touch someone with the power of love. Ever so gently. And those are doves again. Look, how many times have we seen the doves today? For peace. The waxing crescent, which is what we just had. It's number 4. So then the waxing gibbous, which is probably what's coming after like the first quarter moon. When you're getting close to the full moon. Actually, that looks like it was already full. We'll just have to learn about it. And that's your will. Will. The free will given to all of us. We're going to read each one. And there's the lunar god, the masculine, with his power. He's playing with all the phases. Yes, we are in dove mode. We're growing our wings. Absolutely. All day it's been doves. And there's 2 little beings back here. One of them's got a beautiful little star right above its head. And they're holding hands in the clouds. Right back there. Right by it's a nearly full moon. Just about. and extremes in the hot moon. The hot moon. So there's the nice red moon. There's a book there. Condensating water right on the window ledge there. It looks like a very hot night there. Sweat just pouring down his back. It looks like it's not comfortable at all. So let's see what the Queen of the Moon says. 41. The Queen of the Moon came back, our sovereignty. Absolutely. You have sovereignty over your own life. Hello, welcome, welcome. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite, disparate, disparate people. It almost looks like disparate. You have the ability to unite, disparate people and views should you choose to do so. All right, the buck stops with you. You are powerful. Act like it. Be like it. We reign over our own realm is your mantra. Goddesses of the moon are one of the oldest kinds of feminine divine and feature in mythologies from almost every corner of the globe. From Diana of ancient Rome and the Greek Artemis and the Semitic Astarte and Hina from Polynesia, the link with the divine feminine and the lunar planet and cycles is a strong one. These goddesses in all their myriad of forms were extremely powerful and demonstrated to women that they naturally had powers as well. Power. We should strive to be the powerful queens of our own domain. Women especially have been socialized to defer, to keep small, to be quiet, and to hold a very twisted kind of service that borders on servitude. We talked about slavery earlier, didn't we? While in many, Aunt Jemima reading, while in many first world countries, women can choose to be what they wish on paper, women still experience inequality in most countries, in areas such as wage disparity and an imbalance of the numbers of women in government or high-level board positions. There's your secret societies of men. However, what has been accepted in the past is not what will be accepted in the future. A new queendom is coming. When we reign over our own lives, it is us that take the responsibility for our own change and decisions. The Moon Queen knows that we, just under the divine, are our own rulers, and as such, the buck stops here. Therefore, it's worth us investing in growing our own self-awareness, our own self-trust, self-care, and self-esteem in real and practical ways. We must, as any queen would, set firm boundaries to protect our queendom and those who are under our protection. This does not mean we become cruel rulers. We should always aim for benevolence, fairness, and a great love for all, as well as ourselves. It does mean we have to push against those who do not respect our line in the sand, our healthy boundaries. If they don't respect it, we have to stand firm. So the companion stone or metal is platinum. So release again came up. I know release has come out before. Can't remember if it just did recently, but I know that picture very thoroughly. She's letting it all go. Releasing. The waning crescent. Can you see those butterflies there? Oh, you can see it better right now than when I had it up there. No, this is all with a period after each word. Let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore as the payoff is not enough. You're ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. So today we freely release what we no longer need is our mantra. There is a payoff if we decide to finally release something we no longer need. The payoff is as individual as you are, but there will be a universal feeling of making space for something new. The secret to effectively releasing what no longer serves you is, in fact, knowing that the payoff will indeed be worth it, which makes it super important to know what the positive payoff may be. For example, giving up a habit such as smoking, which we know is detrimental to your body in that it is cancer causing, among many other nasty things, has its payoffs. What the most important payoff is for you may be different for someone else who's giving up the habit, but it needs to be clear to your mind, body, and spirit. You might give up so that your body feels healthier generally, or so that your children and those around you aren't exposed to the smoke and chemicals. That you live longer, or that all that money you are wasting on cigarettes could be used for something that is more in line with what you really want, such as travel or a home. All of which are real payoffs for which is worth releasing the habit. Yeah, I'm working on that one later. I've already broke a bunch of habits, separate but equal. Where? Did I say that? Did I read that? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Disparte. Is that how you say that? Disparte? I don't know how you say it. I'll have to Google it and see how it looks. But that is interesting. Thank you for that. All right, so in magic, in particular in spellcraft, the art of release after raising power is vital to its effectiveness. Absolutely, to get that negative energy off of you. Should we raise power without sending it into the universe or deities in a focused way, it remains stagnant or stuck. This can cause us to feel overwhelmed, and it can actually make us sick. So, the companion stone or metal is smoky quartz. And we're on number 4 now. Thank you for release. Release is very important to get all of that stuff off of me. I think I used too much Dead sea salt in the tub last night. My lips are dry because I splashed the water all over my face. Clean all my stuff up. Get all that stuff off of me. So waxing crescent. 2, acceptance. Acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There is only right now. There's no need to worry about yesterday or tomorrow. We accept where we are and who we are right now is our mantra. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we're often confronted with what really is. This realization, not manifestation, this realization is powerful. But often we reject this truth if it's too hard to bear or if we're afraid of accepting something so difficult. Each of us at some time has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting? Or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Choosing to accept ourselves fully in the position we are in enables us to take that next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth, like our roots that we grounded earlier, and say, yes, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully. You accept yourself just as you are. Then we can take the next step confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we now wish to head. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is order, full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. So the companion stone or metal is lepidolite, Lepidolite. And this next one, she's got a mask on, like a masquerade ball. Oh, I opened right to it. There it is. I don't even have to flip anymore. How divine. And I see, as a matter of fact, she looks like the stage is coming up around her. It looks like stage curtains around her, and the moon is below her. That looks like the moon with craters, not the earth right there. But then you've got all the faces of the moon going behind her. Her gown is cloaked all the way over it, and the sun is shining right there. The light, even there by the moon. She's got on a moon hat, and she's eating some light right there. She's got a handful of light. But her little outfit still kind of reminds me of the hearts disparate. Is that how you say it? Disparate. All right. I hope so. Anyway, we got it. Thank you. Disparate. All right. Instead of separate, disparate. All right, gotcha. I'm with you. Thank you. So this is our will. Our will here. Decisions require action. You are in control of your own decisions and life. No one else's. Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. So our mantra is, we have the will to make the changes we need. We're working on our half. Will feels like a very old-fashioned concept. In a modern world where it seems like everything is geared up to be as easy as possible, where there is always someone else to blame, the idea of placing our own personal will persistently into something seems quaint. When we decide we are going to change something in our lives, let's say a particularly negative pattern or bad habit, breaking the old way we do things can be difficult. Absolutely it is. The change requires a concentration of our will. We may want the change, but it is our will that insists we stay on the path to that change. To be willful means we have the power of control over our own actions, and that will fires up the persistence we need to get what we want. I can't believe how many times people would say, I don't know how you work out every day, because they would see me just getting it every single day. And they would say, oh, I just don't have the willpower. And I was like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, it's fun playing with words. Yes, thank you. Got it, huh? So, yes, you absolutely, everybody has the willpower to do things. It's a matter of whether they want to do it and are willing to put forth every piece of effort to make their dreams come true, to make it happen. If you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. They told me that in AA, one woman that came into the jail one time to do it. So that's very, very important. You have the power to do it. So contrary to popular belief, in witchcraft traditions, practitioners do not interfere with one another's free will, right? This means we do not cast spells upon people to influence their behavior. See, contrary to popular belief. How do we get what we want instead? We cast on ourselves in line with our will, focusing carefully on what we would like in our lives instead. For example, instead of casting a spell to get back at our ex-boyfriend who doesn't want us by influencing his will to love us again, we more ethically cast upon ourselves for our ideal partner. This way, we don't interfere with his free will, and if the ex is our ideal partner, he will return freely to us. If not, we have attracted someone new and better for us. Either way, it's win-win, and we don't have negative energy coming back to us. So I don't know who thinks that people are doing, there are people doing evil, don't get me wrong, but not in the ones that are using all their powers and their magic for healing. Absolutely. So use our will productively. We should assess what we really want and make sure this is what we want to reach for. So the companion stone or metal is hematite, which is a protective stone. It's the one that I have that had arrows facing different ways one time. That guy in Nevada's sister got it for me when we came through from Florida. And it used to have arrows going against each other. And most of all the arrows broke off except for one that is now going in one direction. So there's no more of that constant conflict going against each other. When you're flowing together, it works out so much better. So 42 is the masculine, the lunar god. It's pretty cool because the first one came off when him and I were playing around and he like grabbed my wrist to try to stop me from doing something. And it broke off and I was like, you just broke my new bracelet. I was upset, but as I watched the arrows start falling off, it really made more sense to me. Because in my karma tattoo, I have little arrows and they're all flowing the same way, flowing around. What goes around comes around. So make sure you're not going against the grain. The masculine. It's time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have more power than you think. It's time to formally learn more. Enroll in a course or learn a new skill. We're all studying every day, aren't we? Offer your protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. May the positive attributes of the masculine align with us. That's your mantra. So that's a beautiful one. While lunar gods are rare, usually their realms are the solar. They are conspicuous when they appear. The Australian Aboriginal deity of the Wanarua, Wanaruah, tribal area, and I'm going to try to say this one. It's Baiame. Biami. I don't know how you say that. Encourage us to observe the laws of the land and appreciate the beauty around us. Biami is depicted with having big eyes and no mouth, teaching us that sometimes beauty does not need to be spoken about, just witnessed with the eyes of our head and of our heart. The Norse god of Mani, the moon himself, teaches us to be wise about the passage of time. The Mesopotamian Sin shows us how to ask about the future and how important it is to protect the weak. There are many more. The traditional positive attributes of the masculine, such as strength, physical vitality, power of will, shielding and protecting of the weak, are important for anyone to adopt, no matter their gender or orientation. Should you pull this card, it's asking you to step up into your power, your uniqueness, and offer your guidance to those who may need it. So the companion stone or metal is black opal. Thank you, divine masculine, the speaker for the meek, the protector of the weak. Absolutely. Lots of people really don't have their voice yet. Beautiful, huh? Cool. So We're going to extremes once again in 34. Got to break out my hemp lip chapstick. It's about that time of year when they'll freeze your freaking lips off. Or it'll be so dry in the house that your skin is so dry. You got to go from dehumidifiers to humidifiers in Illinois. And you never know what the weather's going to freaking be like. So, here's our hot moon. Extremes. Learn how to handle crises with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. So our mantra is we handle extremes with grace, yet we seek balance in all things. Most of us have experienced extremes of weather, boiling hot days, or freezing of snow and ice. You certainly know you are alive because the sensation can be so overwhelming or stressful on the body. Absolutely it is. The hot moon appeared in the hottest time of the year, where the days were longest and the rains less frequent. Similarly, we can experience extremes in life. Deaths, job losses, relationship breakdowns, true fears, big conflicts, booms and busts. And yet this is life. Our situation can change quickly, for better or worse. The hot moon challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at their extremes. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, that even at these extremes in time will pass. And the companion stone or metal is a sunstone. So remember in those hot situations to breathe, because we know breath is life. Oh, wow. Wow. I would like to hear about that because I just ordered more of my medicine from Peru. I got tribal connections with the Mastis tribe in that's where I got my Amazonian tree frog poison, and it took weeks to get here from Peru. But all of this stuff has been made available now and should get here just fine because it's been even decriminalized and stuff. It's actually legal. DMT is now legal in Oakland, California. And they've been using it down in Peru and South America for prisoners to get them healed for addiction. They've been using it down in South America. So it's breaking my heart that South America is on fire all that time. I haven't even checked the fires lately down there, and then it really even broke my heart more that they want to destroy and build down there. They want to clear the land that was probably purposely set on fire and then build. No, we need our medicine. That's the Amazon. Like, some of this stuff really breaks my heart because there's really good tribes down there doing everything they can to protect the land. And it breaks my heart. They're healers. There's people that have moved from California to go down there. Actually, there was a young boy from Peru, a Peruvian boy. He was on my Facebook. He was an artist, his whole room. And he would show a big old stick and say, ayahuasca. But he didn't speak very, very proper, very good English. It was hard for him to understand me. So I'm sure he couldn't read anything. I was even checking on him when the earthquakes and stuff started smashing and the volcanoes are going off there now. So my heart really goes out. I know lots of people all over the place. My tribe that I get my medicine from is down there. Yes, it bothers me that all of this is going on. Yes, it bothers me that they're having to evacuate. Yes, it's not righteous at all. Just because they're not hitting America yet, it's affecting the rest of the world. So it very much bothers me. I love them. They're beautiful, beautiful little artists. It was taught in pictures, and it shows them all in their tribes with their paint on. They're beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to do 3 whispers of healing. And the one that flipped out, which is what we try to say all the time, was positive-minded people that came out the other day. So it's very important to keep yourself around positive-minded people. One more healing card for now. I don't know why the dog's barking. Oh, goodness. Listen to your body. Positive-minded people and intention came out, which came out the other day as well. And it's number 11, 23, 11, and 27. So positive-minded people, very, very important. Very important for healing, absolutely. There's so much negative news, whether it's real or fake or whatever, propaganda, who knows, corrupt. It's a lot of bad news in the reality of everything going on in the world. You have to detach. Seek the positivity. Seek the healing stuff. So, spend time with people who elevate you and help you see things from a fresh perspective and will help you disengage from negative emotions. When you are surrounded with love and peace, you protect yourself from negativity. You can create so many positive shifts in your life by hanging out with people who are empowering. Connect with people who have the same values as you. Your friends are a reflection of you. Remember to express love and compassion to the people you surround yourself with. Release any guilt you may have about avoiding a person or situation that doesn't feel right to you. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Your intuition is right on key. A woman and young child play with soap bubbles. Bubbles usually mean there are blessings around you. Here they depict the diverse facets of your life and the positive possibilities that surround you. You are being asked to evaluate the people you have around you. If you find yourself drained after being with certain individuals, look around you to find a positive way to disengage. Having uplifting friends and encouraging the people around you can create magic in your life. Absolutely, it can. They are just free, blowing bubbles, playing in the wind, their hair's blowing, and it just looks like fun. I love blowing bubbles and then catching them. I can even flip them around and catch them and keep this same bubble going for a long time. It's pretty cool. 11 is intention, and that came out the other day as well. So that's your sign. There's beautiful butterflies or moths down below, like the moth described in our Earth Warriors. And the beautiful goddess is just dancing in the wings of the unicorn. Intention setting is a powerful tool for improving your energy and healing levels. When you focus your thoughts and actions with purpose, you increase the chance of achieving your goals. Intention setting can be done throughout your day. You might start your day with an intention that you add to as your day goes along. You can set a short-term intention, such as for inner calm while facing these tense situations. The stronger your intention, the more focused your actions. Intentions can bring fast results. Setting strong intentions does not mean controlling people or situations. It means focusing on yourself and directing your will. Being clear about your intentions will help you have greater positive control over your life and make it easier to deal with obstacles. Rather than thinking of your goals in broad terms, be specific. Outline a key intention for each day and hold it in your heart until you go to sleep at night. An angel rides on the back of a unicorn amidst a multitude of butterflies. Imagine your intentions are those butterflies flying forth to transform your day. Angels show up to remind you that you are always protected and loved. The unicorn represents the magic that is held with your intentions. The angel wears iris in her hair to symbolize faith and hope. The images adorning the angel's wings speak to your intentions. Remember to create and the positive things you are longing for and not the things you don't want. Absolutely. So that was really just confirmation of the first card. If you stay around positive-minded people, you're going to talk about positive things. You don't want everybody speaking all this icky stuff into fruition, things that make you feel bad. I even like having to listen to my child spew some stuff. I want her to feel like she can come to me and talk to me about stuff, but I also have to have healthy boundaries and limits because I know she's not always sharing this with everyone else. She is listening to her body. She's got a beautiful necklace in her hand. There's even a sword on it with a dragon, and there's a dragon right on her back. So if nobody's seen Game of Thrones, I have. So I relate well with the dragons, and I say we're taking back the world. So I don't know if people have seen Game of Thrones or not, but there was a lot of lewdness in it, but it overall had a great moral to it. I haven't even watched the last season. It was something that guy and I did. He got me watching it. That's not hidden blessings. Listen to your body. Your body is continually communicating with you. It lets you know when you're hungry or tired. Your body uses its cells to pass information to you. Are you listening? Focus your attention on your body for several minutes now. Take notice of what's going on with it. Are your shoulders relaxed or tight? Does your stomach feel at ease? What else are you feeling? Take care of whatever you are sensing in your body, just as you would take care of a beloved friend. If you need to breathe deeply, eat something, take a momentary break, or anything else, please do so now. You have developed a habit of allowing everything else to take precedence over your needs. Doing so disconnects you from your body. A dragon sits on the back of a blue-haired maiden as if whispering in her ear. The dragon signifies success in your endeavors. It brings messages of luck, abundance, self-confidence, and preservation. It asks you to remain patient, to step back, and to observe what your body is conveying to you. A star shoots across the sky, reminding you that magic is merely a wish away. I don't see a shooting star. Oh, maybe that's without little oranges up here. It's kind of hard to see. Be more loving to yourself by listening to what your body is telling you. This is essential. The charm dangling from the maiden's hand activates innate knowledge. The blue hues remind you to be gentle, calm, and peaceful as you strengthen your connection with your body. So when your body's in pain, it's telling you that you need to relax. And sometimes it will make you be still until you finally sit down and rest and do the things that your body needs. Your body knows. And everybody is different. So we think the whispers of healing. And I'm going to end off with a few messages, whatever they are. The four agreements. The four agreements. And I'll pull even some of the Christ words deck out real quick. They're right here. I hardly ever use those. It's usually some I like to just finish up with and leave you with a good, loving words. There's one card left in there. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. And there's Jesus the white guy. That man twisted and distorted around. And there I was, the only white guy in Jerusalem. I laughed so hard when I saw that meme. Whoever distorted all of that stuff. It's a by the power of Christ. What divine messages do you have for us? Dang. That's what I used to always say. Judge not, that you not be judged. That's Matthew 7:1. Judge not that you not be judged. I don't even think I've ever seen Jesus looking like that before. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. They said that's all I cared to hear was that I did a good job. Was Matthew 25:21. Well done. Looks like he's got a karate outfit on. Interesting. So, Matthew 12:50 says, whoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. The same as my brother, sister, and mother. It's Matthew 12:50. Beautiful. But we don't have to agree. Yes. A feminine Mary Magdalene. Yes. Gotcha. I love Mary Magdalene. That is the best movie I've watched in a long time. I sat here and watched it all by myself. I rented it on Amazon Prime. It was so beautiful. And with God, all things are possible. Yes. All things are possible. Matthew 19:26. So thank you for those beautiful scriptures to end this beautiful reading. I am going to do the 4 agreements because they're right here. And the one right on top that I'm literally looking at, that is looking right out here, is, yes, absolutely it is. The bride of Christ, yes. It's all been twisted and distorted. And she was made to be a prostitute because they didn't want her teachings. They didn't understand why he would have taught a feminine, a woman. And if you watch that movie, Mary Magdalene, the one that came out last year, March 28th of 2018, which is my mother's birthday, with Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix. Absolutely beautiful. You can punch in Mary Magdalene trailer and watch the trailer. And I watched it when I was up in Tijuana, New Mexico. I ran into it after my second retreat. I was just up there studying like crazy. And it just popped up. I was studying Mary Magdalene because the girl that I was staying with, the tarot card reader with the witch's house rules on the wall, she had the book Mary Magdalene, and I was starting to read it while I was there. Hello, welcome. So what we had right on top is don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. And I'm going to draw a couple after that. So the biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. Keywords there, as we do ourselves. We are very, very, very hard on ourselves usually. Be gentle. That one just wanted to flip right to the top. Be impeccable with your word. Realize the power of your word is very powerful. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from the divine spirit. God, Mother, Father, God, whatever you call it, have it resonate with you. Take action on your ideas. Always do your best. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there will be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. Absolutely. We have to put it into action to make it come to fruition. So I am going to take a break. I've got to go get some chapstick. My lips are so dry, and I do not like that. It is only October, And it's only just begun with the winter season. So we'll have to start taking care of this. I'm probably going to have to go put a sweatshirt on now. I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that you guys all stayed to heal. We had 3 people nearly the whole time. Thank you so much for everything. Lily, I hope it made you feel better, hon. I hope you're still here. Lily's not feeling well, so she was just listening today. So, Lily, we love you so much, and we hope you get to feeling better, love. We send you all abundant love and healing light all the way over to Vegas for you, babe. And I hope you feel better. I hope it helped you a little bit. And I will be back later. We're going to build each other up now. I did just get this new book, The Stage of Time, Secrets of the Past, The Nature of Reality, and the ancient gods of history. And somebody told me it tells you exactly where the Roman Empire twisted everything around. And so I'm intrigued to read it. Somebody said, read this new book by so-and-so. And I was like, all right, let me go order it really quick. I love things that tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that help us all come back. And that one looks really good. So I just got it today. So I'm probably going to check that out. You guys, translations from ancient texts that include the Atrahasis. I don't know how you say that. Enuma Elish, the Sumerian king list, the Nag Hammadi scriptures, and the Emerald tablets, and more. The struggle of the eagle and serpent, and who the Anunnaki are. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to read this. God, spirituality, and consciousness, and the role that we each play. Details about the ancient civilizations that once existed around the world and the events which led to their disappearance. Like the Mayans and the Toltec. Yeah, this will be exciting on it. Don't you think so? I'm super excited just reading the back of it right now. And it was somebody that made a comment in some other video that led me to that. So I say, oh, thank you so much. So this will be great. There's even pictures. All right, so I will be back later. I love you all so much. I send you abundant, vibrant, healing love and light from my house to yours. And thank you so much for joining us. You guys surely make me feel better too. Have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. I'm sure I'll be back later. We'll just see what happens. I might have some great news to tell you about some of this stuff. And we'll talk soon. I love you all so much.